In 2026, the internet is filled with AI slobs and copycats because everyone is trying to do the same thing. But the bright side is now it's easier to create contrast and stand out in an ocean full of the same looking fish. And the only way to do that is by using YouTube the right way. And that's why in this video, I'll be breaking down the same exact system we use at my agency live so you could see every step of the way. From the onboarding to the ideation to the post-production. And at the end, you could implement it yourself. So let's get into it. So guys, this is the presentation that I have prepared for you guys. This is a node structure of the whole system. You could see every step of the way from A to Z. And we will start by knowing the importance of YouTube, because it's really important to know why YouTube is working now and what makes it work. Okay, so we have to compare. We have to know that each platform has its own positives and negatives, okay? Well, when it comes to Instagram, the reach is down 18% year over year, and cold email replies are crashing down, okay? And you also have to know that written content like on X and LinkedIn and even short form content, they don't really compound. They don't really keep on getting views every day, but rather die in the next 48 or 72 hours. If it doesn't really go viral, then it will die and will be forgotten basically. Even when it comes to cold email, you have to also put the work every day. Whatever you have done today, you will have to do it tomorrow and the day afterwards. When it comes to YouTube, however, YouTube is an evergreen platform where you could see if you post one video today, it will keep generating views and sales throughout years and years to come, unless the topic actually gets changed. Second thing is YouTube is the second largest search engine. Whenever you have a problem, your prospects are having problems right now. And what do? They either go to Google or go to YouTube to search solutions for their problems. And even Google suggests YouTube videos in their first page. Also, YouTube can act as a pre-seller. After someone books a call, you can send them videos. These videos addresses their objections before the call, or send them videos to educate the lead more about your service and offer and what kind of result you have you have proved before. And this just pre-sells them and gives them the trust that they need to go with you. So after knowing the importance of YouTube, what happens in my agency is we have an onboarding form. It's a simple questionnaire where the prospect needs to answer the questions so that we can understand more about his business and what makes him unique, what's his competitive edge and whatnot, okay? So it starts by knowing who they are, by the full name, brand name, website if it exists, what do they do, describe it in like a coaching or service in one sentence, and who their ideal client is. After that, there is the pain and desire, and this is all about his ICP, because we want to make content that is laser targeted towards his ICP. We don't give a fuck about views. We give a fuck about making money, okay? What is your ideal client's biggest problem, frustration right now? What's their number one dream outcome, or what do they really want? What do your client typically try before they find you, and why does it fail? What are the most common objections or false beliefs your client have before working with you? What specific language do your client use to describe their problem? And this is super important because the scripts must use this exact word so that the content feels relatable to the person watching it. After that, we want to know the story and the credibility of the person we're working with, because story cannot be faked and story cannot be copied. Yes, strategy can be copied. Yes, scripts can be copied. Yes, ideas can be copied, but your story is what makes you you and makes you unique. So what kind of results you have personally achieved that make you qualified to help your clients? This is super important, because if you don't really have any results, then your offer doesn't really work. What are the best client results you have gotten? Now you have to give us the best, because we focus on potency. We have to find that unique result that really, really, really hits. What's your personal story? Why do you do this work? And what did you overcome to get here? This is what makes you you, basically. Then there is section 4, which is content and channel. We have to know about your YouTube side of business. What have you tried? Do you currently have a YouTube channel? If yes, give us the link. Of course, we know this, but when we fill up the onboarding form, I'm going to show you where we store all of the information about our clients so that everything is systemized and everything is organized. And if yes, give us the channel. Have you made YouTube videos before? If yes, describe what you tried and what happened so that we could understand more where could be the problem and, adjust accordingly. What topics are you most comfortable talking about on camera? What topics do you want to avoid on camera? This helps us with the ideation and strategy so that you are happy and we could find the right strategy for you. Who are your top 2-3 competitors or peer channel? This is super important because we have to see what's really working in the market. Doesn't necessarily mean that we will have to copy everything, but more like we have to copy the packaging and the way of thinking and the way of getting into these ideas that are working right now. And then section 5 is all about your offer. You need to know what's your main offer, what's the price of your main offer, and what's the number one outcome transformation your offer delivers. Why this is important? Because we have to showcase and makes it crystal clear what you do in your videos. Why? Because nobody buys something that they don't really know about. So we have to be super clear about it. How do clients typically book a call or inquire, which is the call to action that will be the first link in the description and the call to action that we will be promoting throughout the whole time working together. And finally, I think is logistics. What does that mean? It means like the timing, how many times you can record per week, ideally, and the minimum is once per week. Second, what kind of setup do you have? I don't know if you have an iPhone or you have an Android, professional camera setup, you have a webcam only, do you have lights or not? These are super important because I'm going to get to it next point. You will understand why. And this, from our side, we will do an extra digging to understand your ICP. We have to know that who they are, what they want, what's stopping them, what they've tried, and how they talk about it. So basically, these are important. We try to collect every possible piece of information because that's the foundation of every video, every script, every edit, even the way of editing is directed towards who are we talking to. Okay, so this is the dashboard that I use in my agency, and basically this is something internal, and I love to systemize everything, and I really love organizing stuff because once everything is organized and once everything is in front of our eyes, we could, focus more. So after we finish with the onboarding form, we come to this place and we basically fill out it gets filled up automatically. These are the answers that we will get. This is just a test, as you can see. After that, we have also content, scripts, and all of the stuff that we could organize for each client. There are some tools that I'm going to show you next after we finish with the onboarding form. And then after we register the client into the system, he will receive a specific page, which is the Gear Kit page. I'm going to show you now. Yeah, so this is the Gear page. They will receive a link through DM or email. Doesn't really matter. So if they need these are the stuff that we will recommend to have. Depends on the budget that they have. Basically, there is the Pro Rig. It has like the Sony FX30, and this is the budget setup, which is the iPhone and the stuff that they need. Especially we focus on the audio. This is the type of audio. We also have like Amazon link for the research if they don't really know what they do. And this is a calculator for them. What does that do? Is basically they just choose the stuff that they want to buy and see how the estimated cost is. After that, they just copy the shopping list and they go shopping and they buy it so that they could have the perfect or like the bare minimum to produce good quality videos. Now, why good quality videos matter? Because basically it's all about perception and first impression. First impression is super important. If your quality looks sloppy, then viewer will assume that your service is also sloppy and they probably wouldn't sign up with you because you don't really look as credible. After they received the Gear Kit page, now they have shopped, they will receive a channel audit. What does that mean? I'm going to run you through the tool that I use. Basically, what it does, this tool, it scrapes all of the videos that they have posted the thumbnail, the script, the hook, the body, the CTA, the description, the SEO, everything around it, and gives you like an audit. And these audits is like trained by the SOPs that we have in our system about every step of the offer that we provide, whether it's like thumbnail, whether it's like scripting, the ideation, the whole strategy. They will give you like a score, and from that score we will send it to the client so that they could see where the problem could be. Now, why do I do that? Because I would love to my clients to know exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it. Because when everything is clear, we are set on the same vision. And once we have the same vision, then the results will come later. So basically, this is the channel audit tool. We put the YouTube channel link, and it scrapes the videos that they have posted and also generates a PDF that we could send them. We put the link here, and then we run the audit, and it will generate the page that I'm going to show you. And this is a test prospect that I have made an audit for. Basically, this is the audit. It's for Ismail. He's a growth operator. You could see that this is the overall rating of his channel. He got 4.5 out of 10. And why is that? It's basically they is only posting top of the funnel. As you can see, there is only one bottom of the funnel. Not much. This is good basically for a new channel, but the title is like 6, thumbnail 5.7, the hook is 4.1, the body 5.7, outro is practically non-existent, and overall this is the rating. What does he receive is we go one video per video, and you can see this one has 42 views. Also, I forgot to mention that this one it shows how many subscribers and the average views he's getting. And we will see here for the first video, it's got 3.6. Why? It's the top of the funnel. It showcases, lifestyle or whatever. The title analysis. This is the title analysis. He passed 4 points out of 5. Also, the additional checks you could see here, for example, the title focuses on a lifestyle showcase rather than directly addressing a pain point or core desire of the audience. And this is all made from our SOPs, as you can see, SOP here. The thumbnail analysis, this one is good. The hook analysis, it doesn't really address the who, the what, and why. The structure there is not non-recognizable hook structure. And overall, as you can see, the body analysis too is 4.10. So all of the details, they have the time to read. We have the time to read and analyze every specific thing out of the videos, because if you do it manually, you will definitely miss out things. But if you have everything organized and systemized like this, everything in front of your eyes, you could definitely spot the patterns are there. For example, the outro analysis, there is no outro. Look, everything is absent or weak at least. There is no middle row CTA. And if you go for the description in SEO, this video has no description at all. Also gives you the recommended fix. This is how it looks, And basically it does the same thing for every video that he has posted. After we have audited the channel, we send it over. He sees what's going on. He understands where he making a mistake. He tries to get in the same vision. We will go to the next point that I'm going to show you now. This is the next point, and this one is super, super interesting. Why? As I said before, I love to lay the foundation for everything. Once we have everything set up and dialed in, we can really make the content strategy. And this one precedes the research, and it also serves a really important purpose. Why? Because this one is called the prospect deep dive. Okay, I have a tool. What does that do? It basically scrapes all the LinkedIn posts, all the IG posts, all the IG reels, all the YouTube videos, and it gets the transcription. What does it do also? It just gives from what he has posted so far, you will know what kind of ICP he's targeting, their pains, the desires, the results that he has mentioned, the voice of the brand, and the tonality, and everything. It's super detailed, super, super detailed. Why do we need this? Because now when we do the scripting for him, We have everything around it. Everything is built in his voice, in his results, in his offer. We also get like the offer and the steps I'm going to show you next so you could understand more. So basically, this is how it starts. This is the deep dive for Ismail. From the videos that he has posted, we have collected all of these information. First thing is who he's targeting, entrepreneurs, especially young one, 15 to 19 years old, trying to make money online. How do we know that? He has mentioned in his video number 7. Like the person watching this video right now, if you're like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and you're trying to get into blah, 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 you see, from his videos, we're getting the same information. Offer owners and business owners who are selling courses. Here we got it from YouTube video number 6. High ticket closers and appointment setters. Also get it from video number 16 at blah, blah, blah. Everything is in detail. Everything is documented and everything is real. This is real data, not just like fluff or maybe AI generated stuff on like, we're not guessing here. We basically have the exact words, the exact things that he has mentioned and why, Now we had to know the purpose, their why, the goal, ICP goal, blah, blah, blah. It's like a 20-page PDF here that I go personally, manually through all of this. Now we know the current situation, working long hours. He said this, blah, as you can see, the dream situation, the pain points, desire points, method false beliefs, internal false beliefs, external false beliefs, perceived micro problems, the general conditions. Is like too much to go through in one sitting, but variable of liking, humor and style, whatever, everything is documented here. Everything, and I mean it, everything. Problem chain, core desires, obvious external problems they blame, everything. As you can see, we have like the offer broken into steps. As you can see, free consultation call, become a high ticket closer guide, appointment setting training, high ticket closing training, sales process audit and optimization for business owner, offer creation optimization for offer owners, go high level setup, blah, blah, blah. As you can see, everything is there. Results he has mentioned that he got from this Instagram reel, everything is documented. We also have the voice profile, and this one is super, super, super important. Why? Because scripting is such a pain in the ass, especially if you hire an agency that gives you like blank. It just scripts the hook and gives you blank body, scripts the CTA, and then you will have to fill in the gaps basically. This takes a lot of time, and this is not a done for you service at all. My agency, however, we copy the exact language that you use, the exact language that your ICP hears and uses, so that everything is made in your voice. Everything seems native to you. This is not something that you will get and then redo it yourself. No, we will do everything because we document everything. We extract every single information out there because we care about the service we provide. As you can see, the exact phrases he uses, the way he uses this, the vocabulary, energy and stance, everything is there. And yeah, at the end, this is a summary. We get a summary so we could understand this is his ICP, their pain, desires, whatever. One thing worth mentioning, why do we do these things? Because in order to build a good content strategy, in order to ideate good ideas and have like an actual system, you will have to understand what's happening now and how to optimize it. What are the problems that we are having and how to fix them and replace them with actual solutions to the problems that we have, not random ones, okay? As you can see here, from the content that he posts, he's targeting 3 types of ICPs. And this is not good at all. Why? Because now the algorithm is getting these random leads out of nowhere, okay? He's targeting young entrepreneurs seek to make money online, also targeting offer owners selling courses or running service-based business, and high-ticket closes and appointment setting. How do we know his actual ICP, or how do we know his main offer? And that's exactly why we have the onboarding form at the beginning. Now let me go into creative mode to actually explain this. Okay, as I said, we know the importance of YouTube, blah, blah, blah. We have the onboarding form, which is super important. Why? Because now we could compare what he actually wants to achieve and what type of content he wants to post and what type and who he is targeting, and compare it to what he is actually doing. Okay? With a prospect deep dive and the channel audit, now we know his current situation and now we know what he wants to get to. After we know all of this, we could compare and see the actual ICP that he wants to target and the offer that he wants to. And then once we have these important information, only then we go into the research and ideation. What I mean by research is actually research for the packaging and ideas that works with him. And now how does that look? It's basically this. This is where we find ideas. This is where we find actual ideas that are, the market are looking for. These are the data sources: sales call, record calls, use prospect pain language. This one is super important for what? For objection handling. Objection handling videos are coming from the sales call because it's something real. It's not guesswork. It's actual real thing. YouTube comments. If someone is asking on YouTube, well, ask yourself this. Sometimes you have a question, right? You see someone else asked in the comment section. Do you actually ask again and comment again? Of course not. You will just go into the comment section and see if someone has asked the same question and see the answer of the creator, right? And that's actually an idea, because if one comments, that means it's an idea that you could post about and answer in a separate video that has actual demand. Then the DM and email is the same thing. The questions that get sent through DMs or email, and the competitor outliers. Why? It doesn't mean that we have to copy the same idea. Sometimes you do, which is completely fine, right? We don't really need to reinvent the wheel. However, we actually try to understand why it performed well. Because once we understand the mechanism, we can redo the mechanism, not really do the same idea. Now we have to follow two rules. The first one is scalability and potency. Scalability is find conditions shared by the largest portion of your audience, write to the majority condition. We don't write to the minority. We don't ideate to the minority. We ideate to the majority, because if you throw too many shits at the wall, some of them will stick. And potency, one deeply resonant pain point beats a list of shallow ones. Find the highest emotional weight item, which is super important. We want to find the most potent ideas out there. For example, and for the title and scripts, I'm posting every day and nobody's buying makes a far better title than struggling to get coaching clients from content. Always use their exact words, and how to know their exact word is by the research, by the deep dive that we have done, by the also onboarding questionnaire and the manual work we will do. After that, we have the ideation and the 5 methods of how to get the ideas. The first method is to break the offer into steps and turn every milestone of your offer into dedicated actionable video. How do we know that? From the onboarding questionnaire and the deep dive that we have made. Second, mind the sales call you took. This one is important for the objection handling videos. Once we post an objection handling video, once we extract the transcripts and objections from the sales call, we make it into a video, and now this video is posted into YouTube. Now it's handling objections for the largest portion of the audience, and could be sent to the people that have already booked a call to handle it beforehand. So the third step is to look at the competitors' outliers, and this is something that I have already explained. The fourth one is, this is a good one, which is the burner account method. What does that work? How does that work? is by creating a freshly YouTube account, subscribe only to the target niche creators, and analyze algorithm feeds. What does that mean? Basically, we make a fresh YouTube account channel, and then we subscribe to the competitors from that niche, like the high, and then we research like videos in that niche with the same keywords that like a normal viewer would research. After that, we will just wait for the algorithm to give us the videos that are working. You know, when we go into the YouTube dashboard at first, and then there is like a bunch of videos that have been promoted by the algorithm, that means it has demand. That means if the algorithm is pushing something like that, we analyze those videos and then we put them into the content strategy, just like that. Fifth one is to look outside your niche. And this is super important and also a very risky one. We could steal the packaging, storytelling frameworks from finance and gaming tech channels. For example, I have used that in the content strategy that I have made for him. And I'm going to show you that next after I finish explaining the content buckets or the funnel that we have. The first thing is top of the funnel video. Second is the middle of the funnel. Third one is the bottom of the funnel. And what does that even serve? Everything serves specific stuff. Top of the funnel is for discovery. Middle of the funnel is for objection handling and authority building, trust building. And the third one is basically to show case studies and proofs and results and whatnot. And this is the last push to the viewer, okay, to buy or book a call. Okay, I'm going to explain something really important that you have to understand, that your viewer never watches in a linear way. It doesn't watch video number 1 and then number 2 and then number 3. No. It doesn't happen like that. But I'm going to prove it to you. Why? Basically, there is different awareness level for each viewer. Someone is expert at that certain topic, and someone is freshly new to business. Someone is freshly new to the niche itself. Someone who is in the middle of things, have different problems and different goals and different, outcome that they want. And that's exactly why their research for their problems is different to one another. And that's why they don't watch in a linear way. They rather watch in a chaotic way, like this. Someone who is expert would love to know about something more detailed, more niche. And someone who is like new to the stuff would like to know something like, more broad, okay? And the other one is something more detailed and niche. Someone in the middle would love to know something in the middle, obviously. So you shouldn't make a strategy like in order, but more like think about it in a strategic way. What's the biggest lever that you could pull that actually generates cash from YouTube? For example, if your YouTube channel does not have a case study or does not have a client interview, then you have making a big mistake, because you're missing out on money that you could collect right now from people that have already seen your stuff and are problem aware or solution aware, right? That's why the last bottom of the funnel shouldn't really be postponed after we publish a lot of videos, but rather like post it now. And the people who have that specific awareness level, we will watch it and then we'll book a call with you. That's why you should treat it as an actual strategy. After that, we build the strategy because we have collected enough information about their ICP and the specific person we will be working with. And we have everything that we need. Now we go and build the strategy. And I'm going to show you what kind of strategy that I have made up for him. I'm not going to show you everything, but I'm going to show you like in general, so you could see how it looks basically. Now I have understood his offer. I have understood the stuff that he needs fixing now. For example, post a client interview today. He didn't have it. Fix the CTA, the link in the description for call. Didn't have it. He didn't have also content strategy. He did not script the hook nor the body. It was like authentic. Yes, authentic, raw, but really doesn't really serve anything because it was talking to a lot of people. The thumbnails were not really made. SEO is obviously absent. And basically this is the stuff that he needs to be fixing. Now I have came up with a strategy for the top of the funnel. These are the videos that have performed outside his niche. This is a really good thing. I locked myself into a place and generated this. It's the top of the funnel. It's entertaining and also outside his niche, and also provides value. Other videos, middle of the funnel, same thing, as you can see, and with proof, by the way. We don't really do the guesswork. We just gives you exactly what's working. And the bottom of the funnel, and I also have given him an interview script so he could do with his client. After we finish this is probably a 90 days content strategy that he should follow. After this, I said, in the 19th day, after we finish all of these videos, we compile all of the offer into one big full course on your service, and we post it for free because we give value. We always give value because people are distinguishing bullshit from actual value. And we sell the implementation, and this is super important because if you gatekeep, everyone will understand that you're gatekeeping, then they wouldn't buy. After we build the strategy, we basically book a strategy call. What does that mean? We present the 90 days ideas and we qualify and disqualify ideas. Things that have passed, I write them down, and I notice what kind of topics he likes to talk about and what topics he thinks it's going to work and what not. And the stuff he does not approve, I also document everything, so that in the next strategy, we have this information. Right after we approve the videos, we script the videos word for word for the hook and the CTA. And when it comes to the body, we will have bullet points in his voice, obviously, and from the information that we have scripted. So he does nothing on his end when it comes to scripting, editing, and ideation. This is an actual done for you offer, and the thumbnail, of course. So we start with the thumbnail. This is, the templates for the titles. These are the core 12. These are the things that have proved to be working. After that, you could see the title checklist. These are the important stuff or the conditions that every title must meet. For example, under 50 characters, because the mobile doesn't really show the full title. The validated structure, the pain or desire first. We lead with pain and desire for the ICP. It speaks to the specific person that we want to write for. And obviously, thumbnail, we have design rules. We follow high contrast, mobile first, expressive face, 3-4 words overlay maximum, and one focal point so that it stands out. After the thumbnail and the title, whatever, we skip the videos. I'm going to explain why. This is the awareness level I was talking about. Everyone is at a different point of awareness level. So we script around the awareness level of each ICP. So that's why I said they don't really watch in a linear way, but rather in like a different point of their awareness. They get exposed to different topics. Every hook must answer 3 questions. The who is this for, what they will learn, and why trust you. Because the hook is super important, because you have made a promise in the title and in the thumbnail, and now you have to fulfill that promise right away so that the person that he's watching doesn't really waste any time. Once he knows that he's in for something, then he will keep watching it. And if he's confused, then they will just skip away and your video will die. We also have the 8 hook types that we are working right now and the body types, but what we usually do is hybrid, depends on the client's preference. What does that mean? Basically, we script the hook and the CTA for word. And finally, the body into bullet points, as I have explained before. This is the best balance. And when it comes to the outro, we have like 5 steps. We iterate the promise, plant the seed, name the difficulty, position offer, and qualify and disqualify. And this is why it's super important. We want to have qualified leads booking the call, not everyone else. Yeah, disqualification is not optional. It makes the offer feel exclusive, filters out unqualified leads, and make qualified viewers feel like they have passed the filter, and the video immediately after that. After that, we have the editing, which I'm not gonna really explain because it's too detailed and it's more oriented towards editors. And we have like upload and SEO rules. Yeah, the booking link or the CTA is always the first link in the description and no exceptions, because let's be frank here. Nobody fucking reads the description, but they always look for links. And the link that brings the most cash should be the first thing. Before upload, we validate the title in YouTube auto complete research, so you can see that the title is actually have demand. We export tags from RapidTags.io and first tag exact match of the title keyword, blah, blah, blah. And we have the upload checklist, the title under 50 characters, the thumbnail, as I said, the category, blah, 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 all the details that you don't really need to worry about. After the upload, we check the CTR. If it's like healthy, not really good. If it's super low, you swap the thumbnail. So this is the full system, the actual work with absolute transparency and no gatekeeping whatsoever, and the actual process when a client sign up with us. And when it's done right, it doesn't really get you traffic. It also makes you the number one guy in your niche and gives you the status that you always wanted. Whether you are an agency owner or service provider and you want to be the go-to guy in your niche and want the full system done for you, all you have to do is just record 1 to 2 hours a month and make sure to book a call. And do me a favor, if you don't want to go all in like we do and somehow hesitant, do me a favor and sign with another agency, because here we do this thing seriously.